بِلِسَانِي يَفْقَهُوا. All right, everyone. Well, the first, we have how many days of this month? We have 30 days, right? So
Yes.
usually the 30 days, does everyone know what an ashra is? An ashra is counted as the 10 days. So we have 3 ashras in this month, the month of Ramadan.
जो ऊपर
And,
का हिस्सा
and,
है
and
उसको
every
ध्यान में
ashra,
रखो, जो नीचे रहते
I would like for you all to mute yourselves so that, yeah, there you go. Thank you. Okay. So all the 3 ashras are basically the first ashra. We have a hadith that says the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the first part of Ramadan is mercy, middle is forgiveness, and the last is salvation from the fire. So basically, the first 10 days are the mercy. They are the encompassing mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then we focus on forgiveness. And then we can focus on saving ourselves from the hellfire. In Surah Al-Araf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and my mercy encompasses all things. So the way I want to do this session is that I want to speak less and I want you guys to speak more, inshallah. So what we'll do is, when I talk about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying my mercy encompasses all things, what do you think? What do you think this means? Would anybody like to tell me?
His mercy is the biggest of his attributes.
Yes, exactly. And it comes in every facet of our life. It encompasses everything, our relationships, our dealings, and everything. Allah has mercy towards all of these things. That is why we say that Allah's mercy encompasses all things. And then we also say Bismillah, right? We say Bismillah before everything we do. So why do you think that we why do you think that we say Bismillah, and the translation for Bismillah is in the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful, and we remind ourselves before we do anything, we recite Bismillah, right? So why do you think we constantly remind ourselves about this, about Allah's mercy? Does anyone know? Even if you don't really know, even if you think something, you can always say it. It's okay. There's no wrong answers. Okay. So if nobody would like to answer, I would say that the reason why we say Bismillah before everything and we're constantly reminding ourselves of Allah's mercy is so that whenever we're doing something, we have this feeling of security that, Allah's watching and He's merciful. And whenever I'm doing anything, and if I think of Allah's mercy, I feel so good inside because everything becomes easy for me. And I think that, even if it's a presentation that I'm giving at school or anything like that, I'm doing, if I say Bismillah, it's like a reminder that, okay, Allah is watching and He will help me because He is the most merciful, right? Then we have a hadith that says, Allah is more merciful to His servants than a mother to her child. How do you think our mothers are merciful to us? How do you think that our mother's mercy is shown on us? As in how do we say that our mothers are merciful to us? Would anybody like to answer?
अब बोलो. Whenever we are sick, so our mother will care for us and she will give us medicine.
Yes, exactly. I didn't get the other answer. Could you speak loudly? Okay, so your answer was good. Your answer was completely correct. Exactly. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I mean, it's such a big thing. I always think about it and I think it's crazy how, mashallah, Allah compares, His mercy and His love towards the mercy and love of a mother. Because we see how our mothers are, right? Our mothers,
Yes.
if they would like something, they would give it to us first, right? And if we are sick,
Yes.
then they would stay up all night to take care of us. And if they find something like in their store or something and they feel like, oh, maybe, my girl would like this or my boy would like this, even if it's difficult for them, they will buy it for you. And this is the mercy of a mother, right? Because a mother feels mercy for her kids. And think of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because that is 70 times a mother's mercy. So that just makes me feel really good inside, because I think that, because I know how much my mom loves me. So it's amazing to think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves and has mercy for me 70 times more. So now I'm gonna ask you guys, how can we show mercy? I need you to think, you can take a minute, you can think for some examples. How do you think that we can show mercy? It could be towards anything. It could be towards people, towards animals, towards whatever. Yes?
The cooking and anything. Helping mother.
Yes,
Be
def-
kind.
definitely. Helping your mother out would be a show of mercy as well, because you're feeling merciful towards her because she's working all day, right? And you want to help her out. So that's good. That's perfect. Anybody else would like to share any other examples that we can show mercy? Any of the other children? Would you like to give me any examples?
Helping mother.
Yes, we had an example like that. So yes, helping your mother out is a very good
We
example.
should thank them. Helping father.
Helping father, yes, helping our fathers. What else?
Helping siblings. Helping
Sibling.
siblings.
Exactly. You can show mercy towards siblings, right? How do you think you can show mercy towards siblings? Can you give me a scenario?
Um, by helping them if something is missing, so we can help them to find.
Yes.
Cleaning dishes.
Yes. Good job. Very good. Very good. Exactly. So if something is lost, you can help them find it, and that's showing mercy towards your siblings. That's perfect. Very good. So now I'm going to give you a scenario, right? And you're going to have to raise your hand to answer it. So your friend drops their lunchbox, right? What do you do?
Hold it. Give it.
Yes.
Help. Help her to find out.
As in she's dropped her lunch. As in she's
Lunch.
dropped,
Give it back to them.
as in like if, for
Share
example,
her lunch.
yes, I think
And
I
we
think
have
it's
to
better
share
not,
our lunch with her. No.
yes,
We
if
have
you
to
would
share
share your lunch,
lunch.
if you would share your lunch with them, that would be showing mercy, because they were
In her.
carrying their lunchbox and it dropped, right? So maybe their lunch.
We will share lunch with them.
Yes, yes, that's a very good answer. Perfect. Exactly.
Amna is also raising hand. Amna, you can reply.
दो चीजें नो उससे भी कह रहा है एक तरीके का हम सही रहा है
Yes,
सही
Amna?
रहा है भैया हाँ
Okay, sister, you can continue.
Okay, we'll continue. Okay, we'll have another. We're gonna come up with another kind of scenario. All right. So you see a kitten stuck in a fence. What do you do? Okay, now I need new people. Okay, Mashallah, Muniba answers very well. We've had Anaya answer as well. Let's have somebody else answer this time. Hmm. You see a kitten stuck in a fence. So what do you do? Come on, kids. It's gonna be so much more fun if we're all talking, right? Yes, Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr and Mavish. Yes.
to
Abu
get
Bakr, you
them
can.
out of
Sorry,
We
one.
can get the
Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
we could help the chicken come down.
Yes, exactly. You could help the kitten get out of the fence, right? Sometimes the kittens are so small they don't know how to come out, so you can help them come out of the fence,
We
right?
will take her out and then we'll feed her.
Yes, that would be good as well. Feeding her would be a very good idea. Exactly. Maybe she's so tired because she's been stuck there for so long. It would be very nice to feed them as well. Let's go to the last scenario. Okay, so your little sibling, this is a very important scenario. Your
By
sibling
mistake.
breaks your
I
toy
will
by
feed her.
mistake. So what do you
I
do?
will kill her. I I will say it's okay. We'll buy a new one.
Sister?
Hello, I can't hear your voice.
Ma'am, I can't hear your voice. Boy, नहीं उन्हें म्यूट कर लिया उन्हें म्यूट कर and instead I love your door instead ना होता है indeed or good.
Okay, now can you hear me?
No,
Yes,
sister.
ma'am.
After you asked the question, you we couldn't hear you.
Okay, okay, okay. All
I
right.
will say so. We'll buy a
N-
new one.
Now, very nice, very nice. That's a very good answer. You could buy a new one, but does it actually happen? Do you get to buy a new one? Can you actually do that? You know, because sometimes your parents are like, why?
We can give ours also.
Yes. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead. Now everyone can mute themselves again.
Tabish Khan is telling a very good thing. She is saying,
Door
written in the chat, we can hug him and ask your dad to fix it.
Oh, that's really sweet. Mashallah, mashallah. That's a very good answer. For some reason, I can only see my own screen and I can't see people anymore. So it's really hard for me to do these things here. So that's why if at any point, Sister Saida, there's a child who has raised their hand or anything, because I can't see everyone. So you just let me know and tell me to pause and then I'll pause.
Yes, sister, I'm following.
Okay. All right. So Surah Baqarah says, and do good. Indeed, Allah loves the doers of good, right?
No.
I'd like everyone to mute themselves now so that it's easier for all of us to follow through.
हाँ देखिए मस्ती
All right.
तो
Be merciful to those on the earth, and the one above the heavens will have mercy upon you. Now, when I listen to this hadith, I feel like, when we looked at the scenarios, were you able to connect the dots? Were you guys able to connect what it was saying? Because it's true that when you are merciful, for example, we took a scenario of the cat, right? The kitten being stuck. So we were being merciful when we took the kitten out of the fence. Similarly, when our sibling broke our toy, then at that time we didn't get angry. We just said, "Okay, no problem." And we went ahead, either bought another toy or we told our dad to fix it, right? And when we were being merciful to them, then we can be rest assured that inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be merciful towards you as well. And when Allah is merciful towards us, that means all our life is going to be perfect, right? Because Allah's mercy encompasses all things that we do. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "The best of charity is that is given in Ramadan." So how many of us are planning on doing some charity this Ramadan, or have we done some charity this Ramadan? I'm not able to see anyone's hand.
Last time. Okay.
Maya, you can say.
Can I? Can do I?
Do you want to say, Sumaya?
Mm, no.
No. Okay, who wants to speak? Raise your hands. Abu Bakr, Amna, Khatija, do you want to try? Muniba, Tabish? I guess all kids are tired today, right? You're fasting and you're tired.
Everyone's fasting today?
एक बार पूछो ना तुम क्या यस तुम पूछो ना तुमने जो पूछा नहीं नाम से
All right. So basically, it's even charity to smile, right? When we smile at each other, even that is counted as charity.
हमारी चिकन बिरयानी
Sorry, I did not hear you. Manipa, what did you say?
nothing we didn't say that
Okay, okay.
Oh, Khatija is not well. May Allah bless you, Khatija. May Allah cure you soon.
Ameen, inshallah. All right.
दीदा है दीदा को
So now we go on to the next one. And this is going to be a fun one. We're going to do a story. I'm sure all of you have already heard this story. I'm quite sure about that. But still, it's good to remind ourselves of these stories, right? So the story goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a woman who used to throw garbage on our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And every time he passed by her home, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam never scolded her. Instead, when she fell sick, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam visited her to see if she was okay. This kindness touched her so much that she accepted Islam and started respecting and honoring our beloved Prophet. I love this story. This is one of the best story that I love from from our hadith in Quran, because I feel like in this. Sorry, what?
बोल तो सका कोई I know this story. My parents told me this.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Because whenever I think of it, I think if somebody threw trash at you, would you possibly go and fix their house and help them? Never. I mean, I feel like we would just be so angry. We would say
Yes,
we would say bad
I
things
want
to
to
them,
beat
right?
them.
But that is what mercy is. That is the kind of mercy that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had. And because he is the best of models, role models, he is the kind of person that we need to follow, right? So we need to try in our normal day-to-day lives. We need to try sometimes at school, some girl maybe takes our pencil away and we don't realize, right? Sometimes they'll take something else away from us. And we always come home crying, or we tell our mom, oh my God, that girl is so bad. She took our pencil away. She always does this and she always does that. But I feel like the way mercy would be that if you continue to help them out, if you continue to help them out, then inshallah, things will be easier.
तो जब हमने जब भी नमाज पढ़ी
Okay, guys, I need you guys to mute yourself if you guys are not talking within the video, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move forward.
Oh my. Mimi.
Who is this baby?
Now we can learn kindness.
Oh, mashallah. All right. So what can we, okay, so we talked about what we learned from this, right? We learned, so next time, now we'll talk about this. So next time somebody, for example, there's a kid in your class, right? And you're about to sit on a seat and he just pulls the chair from under you and you fall. So what do you think you're going to do at that point? What have we learned?
Ma'am, we can learn kindness
Yes, exactly.
and happiness.
Yes, we can show kindness. Exactly. We can say it's okay. No problem. We can let it go. Right? We can forgive easily.
Kindness.
Sorry, what?
We can also learn happiness.
Learn happiness. Yes, of course, whenever you feel good inside, when you forgive someone, you automatically feel happy. So that helps you a lot.
One more thing, Sister Maha. So,
Yeah.
Tabi is saying here that when Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to do prayer, they would throw camel poo at him in Makkah and he would forgive them too. She's
Yeah.
stating another story, another
Yes.
incident.
That's an amazing thing. I feel like mashallah, how our Rasulullah had so much patience for people. And may Allah guide us all to be patient like him. Inshallah, inshallah.
Ameen, ameen, summa ameen.
Ameen, inshallah. All right. So now, how can we be like the Prophet? What are a few things we can adopt in ourselves that would maybe help us to be more like Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam?
We will be kind.
Yes, very good. What else? We can be forgiving, right? We can forgive
We
easily.
can be forgive at
Yes,
least one time.
yes, yes.
If they do a mistake,
Yes, exactly, exactly. If they do a mistake, we can definitely be forgiving about it. Yes. And we can also be patient, right? Sometimes we're waiting in line, waiting for something, whatever, and then we get really irritated, like we've been waiting for so long. Oh my God, why can't these people hurry up, right? So we can be patient as well because Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was a very, very patient man.
We can also smile a lot because Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to carry smile
Ye-
everywhere. He used to smile to everyone. This is a
Yes,
very easiest sunnah to do.
exactly. Exactly. Smiling. Smiling is a beautiful sunnah. I feel like whenever I see someone smile, I feel so comfortable. You know, if you see someone who has like a face or like a frown, then I feel uncomfortable around them because I feel like I don't know what they're thinking. But whenever they smile, suddenly you feel so good about it and you smile back. So smile is also, it's very contagious. If you smile, usually people smile back and it creates a very nice atmosphere. All right. So this is a challenge for this week, inshallah, that we're all going to do. We're going to try and we're going to be kind to our siblings. We're going to help our parents. We're going to forgive someone. We're going to feed a bird or a cat or any kind of animal. And then we're going to control when we feel angry. So what I want you guys to do is you guys can distribute it to the 5 days of the week, right? Practice one thing each day of the week and maybe write about it. For example, if you were kind, then you can write about a small instance. Like my sister, she wanted a spoon from the drawer that was really high up, and I chose to pick up that spoon and give it to her, and I smiled at her. So that is how you were kind to your sibling, right? So I would like for you all to write about these small circumstances that you guys actually practice these things all throughout the week. So that way we can go ahead and have a very merciful week, inshallah. And I will write about it too because, well, my siblings are not here, so I'll be kind towards my husband, and I will be kind towards my children. So these are the people that I have in my house, and I would love to be kind to them, inshallah. And I will write it down as well. So does anybody have any questions with regards to the challenge? This is the challenge for this whole week, and we will post it on the group so that you guys don't forget, inshallah.
Yes. Someone wants to feed a shark. Who is this? Who wants to feed a shark? I can't understand your name. It's Sunna Vaspers. Who is it?
Me.
Okay, you want to feed a shark. Okay, you can feed him, but from far away.
Yes, exactly.
If you have the access.
Yeah, I think feeding a shark is going to be very tricky. So try to go with your parents or something. Hopefully, try to find some animal that's close by to your house and not go all the way and find a shark. You know, maybe an ant. Sometimes we find ants in our house as well, right? We could actually give a little piece of sugar or anything to an ant, and that would be that would be kindness towards animals, right? Or sometimes we try to kill spiders, right? We see a spider, we're like, oh, we killed them. So what if you try to pick them up or maybe put them on a paper and just take them out and, put them out of your house? That would be kindness as well, not killing them, inshallah. All right. So this is a very good dhikr that we can do, which is, Sister Saida, would you like to recite this, please?
Okay, sister. Allahumma arhamni ya arhamar rahimin. O Allah, have mercy upon me, O most merciful.
Yes, this is a beautiful zikr. And actually, you know what? I'm going to take a real picture of this and I am going to read it. I'm going to try and read it at least 100 times this week, inshallah. Because this is a very nice zikr that we can practice. We all pray 5 times salam, mashallah. I was looking in the
ma'am.
journal. Everyone's praying. Did anyone want to say something? Yes,
Yes,
Abu
Mahwish.
Bakr.
Mahwish, you
We
can
have
say?
to recite this dua this 10 days.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
recite this dua as many times as possible. You are
Yes.
asking Allah
In
for
these
mercy
10 days
upon
only, or we can recite anything,
You can recite it
anytime.
at any time, but
you.
this 10 days are specifically for mercy, so you can try reciting them a lot in the
Go to
days.
washroom.
Yeah, sure. Of course. All right. So did everyone get this? What we'll do, inshallah, Sister Saida, we can take a picture of this zikr as well.
Allahumma
Post it
We
on the
can
arhamni
group.
ya
forward in the
arhamar
group picture. We can forward this picture in the group. You can memorize it and you can recite it.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it. My glare is coming. I don't know. I don't know how to take a screenshot. I wish I could take a screenshot. Can you take a screenshot, Sister Saida?
Yes, I can, sister.
Yeah, just take a screenshot. Perfect. All right. Should I go ahead?
Yes, sister, again.
Okay. So Jazakallahu khairan kasira. This is the end of our slideshow, of our presentation. Now we're gonna open up the forum for you guys to say something. If anybody would like to discuss how the past two or three two fasting days have been for you, or is it your first day today? I don't know. I don't know which countries everybody's in. So it's the third day for us here. It's my third fast. Right. Okay.
My
So this
second
is
fast.
the second fast from Mahwish. Okay, perfect. And are you fasting, Mahwish?
It's
Mashallah.
second fast.
Mashallah. Very good. Are you fasting, Ishal?
No,
Okay.
not today.
Okay. No problem. Sometimes when we go to school, it's hard
I
for,
fast yesterday.
mashallah, mashallah. Very good. Very good. That's what I'm trying to tell my girls as well. I'm telling them to fast on the weekends so that they get into the habit of fasting. But during the day, it's kind of hard, whenever
Now
we go to.
I'm fasting today.
You're fasting?
Even I'm fasting today.
Mashallah. Mashallah.
Now,
That's the
the dua, I wanted to take a screenshot.
Okay, we'll post it on the group, inshallah, because we already took the shot. So we'll
Okay.
post it on the group. You can download it from there, inshallah.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you,
do we
ma'am.
have any questions? Mashallah, Khatija said she's also fasting. Mashallah, very good. Yeah, and
Khatija.
yes. From Sunnah versus Fard also they're also fasting. Mashallah, mashallah. Most of the kids are fasting. That's amazing. That's amazing, mashallah. Okay, so whenever you're fasting, there is one thing I feel like it's important for us to remember is when we're fasting, and sometimes, when we get hungry, we get a little bit cranky, right? We can get a little bit angry about small things. Like if you stubbed your toe, you'll be like, oh my God, or you'll be angry about something. So is everyone trying their best not to get angry? Right? Is everyone trying their best to be very polite, very sweet? And also, whenever we're fasting, our fasts are most productive when we're walking about and we're helping our mom and we're cleaning the house or we're going to school and we're being active. Because with fasting, it shouldn't mean that you're just lying on the bed, okay, I'm done. I'm so tired, because you have to be active with fasting. And fasting actually helps you to be more active. All right. So do we have any questions? I can't see the chats. One second. I'm now seeing the chats. Okay.
Zaina is asking for you to give a quick recap of today's class. She joined late, I guess.
Okay. Okay. We can do a quick recap, inshallah. So a quick recap is that we talked about Allah's mercy, right? We talked about Allah's mercy in these couple of days, these 10 days of Ramadan. And we discussed, I'm gonna really quickly just move forward. Yeah, we discussed this hadith and how this talks about the first 10 days being the mercy days, then there are the 10 days of forgiveness, then there are the 10 days of salvation from fire, inshallah. And the next session we'll talk about forgiveness, inshallah. Then we talked about Surah Al-Araf and how Allah's mercy encompasses all things, and what it really means is that Allah is there and He is there to help us out and be merciful to us in every single thing that we do. Whether that be talking to someone, whether that be our normal everyday dealings, whether that be we are at school. At that time, Allah's mercy is all encompassing. It takes a hold of us like that. And then we recite Bismillah before everything. So the importance of reciting Bismillah is to constantly remind ourselves that Allah is there, right? Sometimes we might find something that's difficult to do. Sometimes we might find something that is tricky for us, or that is or just anything that we might be doing. It's good to remind ourselves that Allah is always there, right? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most merciful, and that makes that thing easy for us.
One more thing, I would like to add one more thing, Sister Maha,
Yes.
that whenever we say Bismillah, it's like Allah is with you. Allah is doing that thing with you.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, you like to do things and works with your buddies, right? You want to have a friend who is with you. So whenever you say Bismillah, because Bismillah, Allah has started with Allah. He didn't say start with Allah. It could have been other words also, but Allah said we. B means with Allah. So whenever you say Bismillah, it's like Allah is doing that work with you. So if you do some good work and Allah is with you, will you get any harm? You will not be harmed. Allah will not let that happen. So you must put this habit to do everything with Allah. You have to put the habit of keeping Allah with you always. He's always around us. He knows us. He's watching us. But still, when you say Bismillah, it will be like Allah is with you. For sure.
MashaAllah, that's a very good reminder. Jazakallah khair. Sometimes we forget things, and mashallah, this was a very good reminder for all of us. Then we talked about the hadith of how Allah is more merciful to His servants than a mother to her child. And we all know, of course, our mothers are so merciful, right? They might go to a shopping center, they might see something that they would want to get it for you, or you might want you're hungry and maybe your favorite kind of food. Like I love biryani, so for example, your biryani is finished, and then the mama gives her biryani. Ah, yes, exactly. So her mama gives her biryani to you because she's merciful towards you, because she loves you, right? And Allah is more merciful to His servants than their mother. Then we talked about how can we show mercy, and everybody talked about how they can go ahead and show mercy. And then these were a few scenarios we came up with. Like for example, your friend drops their lunchbox, so what do you do? And then we talked about you see a kitten stuck in a fence, what would you do? And then your little sibling breaks your toy by mistake, so what would you do? So these are the three scenarios that everybody discussed upon. And then Surah Baqarah talks about how, and do good, indeed, Allah loves the doers of good. So everything we do in life, we need to try to make sure that it's good. It's not negative, it's not bad, right? So be merciful to those on the earth, and the one above the heavens will have mercy upon you. So we related the scenarios towards this hadith, and we talked about how if we are merciful towards our siblings, to our parents, to our teachers, to animals, then Allah will show mercy upon us, which is why it's very important, right? Then the Prophet Muhammad SAW said the best of charity is that given in Ramadan. And we'd also talked about how even smiling at each other is part of charity. Then we talked about the story of the woman that used to throw trash at Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and how he reacted towards her when she fell sick. So we talked about how amazing that is, because if somebody threw trash at us, we could never be nice to them, right? But because our role model is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we need to try and be merciful. We need to try and be patient. We talked about what we learned from this story, and then how can we be like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So everybody pointed out things like being kind, not getting angry quickly, being patient with one another, being forgiving towards each other, and by caring them for Allah's sake. Sometimes we might not want to, but we would care for someone out of Allah's sake. We would say, Allah Ta'ala, we're doing this for you, right? And that is what being, and then we talked about the mercy challenge. So mercy challenge is basically just reminding everyone again, we will do these 5 things every single day of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, inshallah. And I would love if you guys would write something about this as well. Example,
Teacher, are you from UK?
yes,
Are you from UK?
Yes, I live in the UK.
Okay.
So if we talk about, for example, we say be kind to siblings, right? So we're going to talk about how be you can look at a scenario. For example, you helped your sister pick out a toy which was maybe high up on the shelf and you helped her reach it. So that would be like that would be a good circumstance for you to write about. And inshallah, me and Sister Saida will also write about the things that we did during this time. So this is the challenge, inshallah, that we will inshallah post this. And the last thing we talked about was this zikr that we need to try to do more and more, and specifically in these 10 days. But you could actually do that all year round, inshallah. So the picture of the mercy challenge and the picture of the zikr, inshallah, we will post on the group. And that was the presentation. I hope that the ones that joined in later on had a chance to go through this with me. So do we have any more questions?
Jazakallah khairan, Sister Maha. It was very wonderful session. We learned a lot, and inshallah, may Allah give us the hidayah to do amal on what we heard and learned today. You all will follow this, right? Everyone say inshallah. Inshallah. We all will practice to be kind and merciful towards everything and everyone around us. Inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Inshallah. So let us end today's session.
Yes, with a dua, Sister Saida, if you could do a
Yes.
dua.
Subhanakallahumma.
Subhanallah.
Subhanallahi
Subhanallah.
wa bihamdihi.
وبحمده واستغفره
Subhanakallahumma
وسبحانك اللهم
wa bihamdika.
وبحمدك
Ashhadu an la ilaha
أشهد أن لا إله
illa anta
إلا أنت
astaghfiruka
أستغفرك
wa atubu ilaik.
ونتوب إليك.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
وعليكم
We are
السلام
looking forward for your replies, for your
Yes,
reflections, for your journal pics and the activity pics.
yes, you have to keep posting about the things that you write about, inshallah. Make sure you're working on your journals, inshallah. And the next session we will have on the 13th, inshallah. We're going to do a session on forgiveness, inshallah. All right,
One more
everyone?
thing you kids can do this time, this Ramzan, is spread what you have learned. Spread
Yes,
to those who didn't attend the class, your siblings, your cousins, your friends. You can
exactly.
spread them. You can teach them what you learned today, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah. Perfect, perfect. All right, we are going to go now, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allah Hafiz.